The house that saved me. When I bought my home, it wasn't just real estate. It was a declaration of freedom. After years of working 60-hour weeks, skipping vacations, living in a tiny one-bedroom apartment, and sacrificing almost every personal luxury, I finally signed the papers on a beautiful, sunlit, two-story house just outside the city. It cost me just under $500,000, $500,000 to be exact. Every dollar I'd saved, every freelance gig I took after work, every weekend I gave up went into it. I'd never been prouder. But pride is a dangerous thing in my family, especially with my father. To him, ownership equaled obedience. Independence meant betrayal. And that house became a battlefield. Part 2. My sister's big news. My sister Elaine was 3 years younger than me and the textbook definition of the family favorite. She was beautiful, charming, and effortlessly magnetic. While I was solving calculus problems and fixing Wi-Fi routers as a teenager, Elaine was taking selfies with cheerleaders and hosting movie nights in our parents' living room. It was no surprise when, at 26, she announced her engagement to Adam, a good-looking, well-off real estate agent with perfect teeth and a picture-perfect Instagram. My parents, especially Dad, were thrilled. Finally, Dad had said with a proud grin, someone with ambition. There was a huge engagement party, a bridal shower, a destination bachelorette trip, and then, about 6 weeks before the wedding, came the phone call that changed everything. Part 3. It's just a house, Mark. It was 9:30 p.m. on a Thursday. I was on my sofa watching a documentary with takeout when Dad called. "Hey, son," he began. "I wanted to run something by you." I knew that tone, manipulative, casual, the kind that always sounded like he had your best interest in mind, until you listened closely. "Your sister and Adam have been looking for a place. The market's tough. Bidding wars, crazy prices. They keep getting outbid." "Yeah," I said, not sure where this was going. "It's brutal right now." He hesitated. "Well, you've got that big house. 3 bedrooms, backyard, great location. You're there alone. Would you consider selling it and helping your sister start fresh?" I blinked. "Wait, are you serious?" He sighed like I was being difficult. "You don't even use half that house. It's a lot of space for one person." "It's my house," I said slowly. "I worked for it. I sacrificed years for it." "You're being selfish," he snapped. "This is your sister. Family helps each other." I ended the call shortly after that, but that was just the beginning. Part 4. The smear campaign. Over the next few weeks, the whispers began. I'd show up at family dinners and notice the cold glances. Uncles and aunts I hadn't seen in years started calling me, guilt-tripping me. "Why not help your sister out? You're not even married. You'll buy another place someday, right? She deserves a fresh start." Then Elaine messaged me. "I know it's a big ask, but this is the only chance we have. Can't you help?" I ignored it. Then Adam called me himself. He tried charm first. "You're a good guy, Mark. I know we can work something out. Maybe we all move in for a while. Then when the market cools, we figure out a buyout." When I said no, he got cold. "Don't be surprised if this costs you your family, man. Selfishness has a price." At that moment, I knew they were planning something. Part 5. The wedding setup. The venue was extravagant, an oceanfront resort with floral arches, a live band, and customized cocktails. Everyone was dressed in designer clothes. I was seated at table 14, far from the family table. Elaine didn't say a word to me that morning. My mother avoided eye contact. Dad? He wore a smug expression the whole time, like he had a secret he couldn't wait to reveal. The wedding ceremony was flawless. Elaine looked radiant. Adam beamed. Then came the reception. The music swelled. Speeches were made. Wine flowed. And then, right as the DJ lowered the music and the cake cutting was announced, Dad approached me in front of everyone. Part 6. The slap. He didn't whisper. He didn't pull me aside. He called me out. "Everyone, I need a moment," he said, glass raised. "There's something this family needs to hear." My stomach dropped. Some of us, he continued, believe in putting family first. Some of us give without asking. Others, he turned to me, only take. People shifted uncomfortably. Mark, he said, will you finally tell everyone why you refused to help your sister? I stood frozen. I owe no one an explanation, I said firmly, especially not in public. That's when he did it. He stepped forward and slapped me, hard. The crowd gasped. Glass shattered. Someone dropped a phone. The sound echoed. Time slowed. I stood there, stunned, cheek burning, heart racing, and I saw it, on his face. He enjoyed it, not just the physical act, but the humiliation, the spectacle, and that's when I walked out. Part 7. Aftermath and Truth. I drove home, in silence. I didn't cry, I didn't scream. I just sat in my kitchen in the dark until morning. The next day, Elaine showed up at my door. I didn't know he would do that, she said, but I should have stopped it. I let him manipulate me. I said nothing. I need to tell you something, she whispered. It's about Dad. She showed me documents, bank statements, loan defaults, past due credit card bills. Dad was broke. He wasn't trying to help Elaine. He was trying to access my home's equity to pay off his own debts. He'd even tried to forge paperwork to co-sign on my house loan. He'd prepared fake mental health claims, suggesting I was unfit to manage the property. He wanted it transferred to Elaine so he could sell it quietly. Part 8. Standing Tall. I hired a lawyer. We submitted fraud reports. I locked down my accounts, froze my credit, and filed a protection order. Dad tried to contact me, called from different numbers, sent letters, even had a distant cousin try to mediate. I never replied. Mom eventually left him. She'd been financially abused for years, too. Now she lives in a quiet condo, away from it all. Elaine cut contact for a while. She apologized more times than I could count. Eventually, we started rebuilding a fragile, honest sibling bond. She and Adam never moved into a big home. They rented a modest apartment and built things slowly. Honestly. And me? I kept my $500K home. I renovated the guest room. I adopted a dog. I planted a small garden. I finally took that vacation to the mountains. Final words. What family really means. That slap hurt. Not because of the pain, but because it showed me what I truly meant to my father. A pawn, a resource, a thing. But that moment also freed me. I learned that boundaries aren't selfish. Saying no is a form of self-respect. And sometimes, walking away from family is the healthiest thing you can do. Now, every time I walk through the front door of my home, I'm reminded of what I fought for. Not just 4 walls and a roof, but my freedom, my dignity, and my worth. Would you like me to format this for script, video voiceover, or dramatic storytelling next? You need GPT-4o to continue this chat because it has images. Your limit resets after 8:04 p.m. New Chat Get Plus.